You spend 70 bucks on a new AAA game, and what do you get? Stutters, crashes, frame drops, and textures loading late like it's still in beta. Sometimes the game even crashes on day one. Most players instantly blame their PC or console, but here's the truth. A lot of this is because developers are misusing Unreal Engine 5. UE5 was hyped as the future of gaming. With Nanite, you can throw movie-quality detail into a scene. With Lumen, you get real-time lighting that looks straight out of a CGI trailer. In demos, it feels like magic, but in practice, these features are extremely demanding. If devs don't plan carefully, you end up with a game that looks great in screenshots, but feels broken to play. Shader stutters hitching when assets load, and unstable FPS quickly kill immersion. So where do devs go wrong? One mistake is chasing visuals first and leaving optimization for later. Studios stack high-res textures, shadows, particles, reflections, and dynamic lights everywhere. The game looks fine on their office rigs, but when it reaches real players, it runs like a slideshow. Another problem is testing only on top-tier hardware. Devs often have monster PCs with the latest GPUs and CPUs. On those setups, the game seems fine. But on average hardware or older consoles, the cracks show fast. Players face stutters, huge FPS drops and crashes, and let's be real, not everyone owns a $3,000 rig. Streaming and asset loading are another weak point. UE5 has tools for level partitioning and LODs. But if used wrong, you get pop-ins and sudden freezes when new areas stream in. And then there's the shader compilation problem. If shaders aren't pre-compiled, the game literally builds them while you play, causing stutters every time you enter a new area. Nothing kills immersion faster. We've seen this in big releases. Borderlands 4, one of the biggest launches of 2025, struggled even on RTX 5090S players, reported crashes, heavy stutters, and textures refusing to load. The Switch 2 version? Delayed just to deal with optimization? Imagine spending millions on marketing only for the main discussion to be, why does it run so bad? Metal Gear Solid Delta, the remake of MGS3, also had issues. Built on UE5, it should have been a showcase. Instead, it was criticized for unstable frame rates and poor performance. For many fans, it was disappointing that a legendary classic returned with technical problems that shouldn't exist in 2025. Indie and mid-budget projects, too. Wuchang Fallen Feathers got a reputation for being almost unplayable on mid-range PCs. Players complained about constant stuttering that made combat and exploration painful. Even developers admit UE5 sometimes regresses. Moving from version 5.4 to 5.5 has caused identical projects to lose up to 30% performance. Imagine finishing your game, updating the engine, and suddenly everything runs worse. The sad part, it doesn't have to be like this. Unreal Engine 5 can deliver both visuals and performance when used properly. But when studios go all in on graphics without respecting limits, the players suffer. For gamers, that means frustration, wasted money, and broken immersion. It's hard to get excited when the first question is, will this game even run? For studios, it means bad reviews, angry players, and months of costly patches. And once a game gets a reputation for being broken, it sticks. Just look at how Cyberpunk 2077's launch is still brought up years later. And that wasn't even on UE5, so what's the solution? It starts with discipline. Optimize early, not at the last second. Test on weaker hardware from day one. Build scalable settings and performance budgets the same way you plan art style. Use Nanite and Lumen strategically. Precompile shaders. And don't upgrade engine versions late in development unless you're ready to retest everything. Epic knows this is an issue. Tim Sweeney, Epic's CEO, admitted UE5 games often ship with performance problems and promised better tools. But tools alone won't save projects. It's about choices and planning. UE5 itself isn't the villain. It's powerful, flexible, and shaping the future of gaming. But in the wrong hands, it turns potential masterpieces into buggy messes. Games aren't meant to just look good on trailers. They're meant to feel good when you play them. And if devs keep ignoring optimization, Unreal Engine 5 won't be remembered as the future of gaming. It'll be remembered as the reason so many titles launched broken. If you love PC hardware, gaming, and straight talk about the industry, follow Critical FPS for more.